Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Wheelassassin video. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. In today's episode we have a very special tutorial lined up for you guys. This is how to build Starcourt Mall in Minecraft. It has taken such a long time to get to the stage of filming, but we are finally here for the first ever episode of our tutorial. With today's episode we're going to be building the entrance, and you'll notice that my Starcourt over here, this is my original one, has no roof. That is because it has taken so long to actually get to the stage that I do need to keep the roof off so I can actually film the entire plan for you guys as well. So we're going to be building as I go along basically. So today's episode, the entrance, then we're going to work on the all fancy kind of details around the exterior of the build, and then of course we're going to head inside for the shops and things. So there is a lot of detail in this tutorial, so definitely stay tuned. Feel free to pause if you do need it, and let's crack on. Alrighty, so taking a massive space just besides my Starcourt Mall, I've left over 300 blocks away because it is so huge. It is like one of the biggest tutorials I've ever made, so you're definitely going to need to make yourself a massive space. I'll stick the dimensions below in the description. Smooth sandstone, stone buttons, black concrete, smooth sandstone stairs, smooth sandstone slabs, brown stained glass, black stained glass, brown stained glass pane, and some red concrete. First things first, place one block of smooth sandstone, like so. Place a block of red concrete just behind that block of sandstone. That's going to be our middle block. Then we're going to go 4 blocks off to the side of this one. At the moment I've only done 1, but we are going to make sure we go for 4 or 5 blocks. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. So make sure you go 5 blocks from that middle block. You should have rows of 6 basically on each side. Wicked. Let's go ahead and fill that grass back in. There we go. So now we have this shape. We can go ahead and add pillars onto the sides of these kind of rows. So what we're going to need to do is go diagonally again from the red concretes and place a black concrete on the ends of these reds. Then we're going to place 3 blocks of smooth sandstone above that black concrete. Then a black concrete on top of that. Then we're going to go ahead and place stone buttons underneath that block of black concrete, all the way around for each 4 sides of this pillar, like so. Epic. That is looking great. You could actually pause the video here if you wanted to just check your dimensions. Make sure they're up to the scale of this one as well. Wicked. This is definitely going to be helpful marking this out. Alrighty, so the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to take our red concrete again, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks this time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until we reach that other pillar. So you should have a diamond sort of square shape on the floor. Wicked. We're going to go 2 blocks in from this red concrete here. And on the third block, we're going to place a block just like so. We're going to make a mini diamond in this kind of section. So on each of the 4 corners of the diamond on the interior, there's going to be 2 blocks away from each pillar, or starting block. Epic. There you go, look. You can see that every single corner is 2 blocks away. And the same in the front as well. Amazing. Now we're just going to add a plus sign kind of in the middle of this thing. So 3 blocks up and 2 on each side. There we go, 1 on each side even, my bad. And there you have it. So that is going to really help us out. That is good for marking out because the roof, the glass on the roof actually does copy this, which is pretty cool. So going up to the pillar, we're just going to make sure we can mark out our flooring now. So we're just going to mark out little squares so we can go ahead and fill this entire section in with sandstone. So squaring this right up. Of course, the actual Starcourt, we're going to work on the pathways and stuff like right at the end of the tutorial. Kind of get the boring bit done last. So we're going to work on kind of just doing a little bit of representation of pathways in this little kind of square area. So we're going to fill in all the spaces of grass right now with our smooth sandstone. So skipping the video on a bit, you can see that looks 10 times better now with a little bit more detail for the pathways and things. That is looking awesome. So the next step is we're going to go for this middle block kind of inside the build now, kind of at the end of the build. And we're going to go 4 blocks, 3 blocks of smooth sandstone for now. So just going to want to add in these rows of little pathways. This is going to be great because this is where we're going to add the door frame and where the kind of main doors are, the automatic doors for getting into Starcourt Mall. So fill this entire section up, and there we go. We are ready to roll. Let's go. Alrighty, so back over here. Now we have 3 blocks away. On the 4th one, which is still grass, we're going to place a block just there, and we're going to mark out our doorways. So 1 block there, leave a space, 1 block, leave a space, 1 block, and then 2 blocks from the end. Do the exact same on the opposite side. So you should have 5 blocks like this. Now if you went up high and went to a bird's eye view, you would see this as a little fortress, which is pretty cool. So taking our brown stained glass, we're going to stick it on all of those kind of sandstones. Then black stained glass 2 up on these brown stained glass pillars. They also connect a block in between each of these, so like a row kind of over the top, like so. Amazing. Then glass panes, the brown stained glass panes in between these kind of black stained glass up the top there. Now we have little doors. Epic. It's always great when we have doors. So we're going to take our smooth sandstone now, and we're going to go the block, kind of 2 blocks there, just in line with the door frame, and build this straight up for those 5 blocks, like so. Amazing. Now we can take our black concrete and go a block kind of just beside the door frame, just diagonally away, and place 2 blocks of smooth sandstone on top, then a black concrete on top of that. Amazing. Then we can go for the smooth sandstone once again. This time it goes just 3 blocks away, like so. 3 blocks on top, but to go into like together into the doorway, and that's where we're going to build the archway, kind of representing our little neon sign in there with our light blue concrete. So a block up on each side, a block in on each side, then we're going to go a block up again, and then a block in again for the whole way along. Epic. So now we have an archway. So it goes about 5 blocks underneath and then 3 blocks on top, leaving the space. Fill those in to make those corners more rounded with some upside down stairs. Epic. And now just put some smooth sandstone blocks on those stairs from the back. So they're basically on top of the doors. Wicked. Now we have a block of 3 and 1 block kind of fill in. 3 buttons, 1 button at the top and 3 buttons the other side as well. That is starting to take the shape of Starcourt. It's looking good. We're also going to make another pillar over here. So kind of going back to this kind of 5 rows of 2. We're going to go ahead and fill this up just behind this entire section. So that is now filled up. We're also going to fill this one up to the roof as well. And add another pillar kind of in the row where that 5 is. Where that pillar is for the concrete, even the black concrete. So 1, 2, 3 up to there. Fill this over. And then bring it up a block again so it kind of overhangs the build. Epic. Make sure that's in line as well. We don't want it to look a bit uneven. And then we're just going to build this up to the top now of that block we just made. So that is all in line. And just extend it out a block as well. Amazing. So now it's in an enclosed kind of square. It almost looks like it's kind of in a little bit of a shot off area. That's what we want. We're going to make another black concrete pillar over this side now. This is in the next row along from this pillar. It does not need to be in line. Definitely make sure it's not in line, because I made that mistake so many times when I was trying to rebuild this. And definitely needs to be the line just besides the other pillar there. So again, black concrete, 3 blocks of smooth sandstone, and then black concrete again with stone buttons on the front there. You could go all the way along if you wanted. I'm going to leave mine empty on all of the other sides for this one. 2 stone sandstone on the top of those to connect up to the roof. Then we do like this overhanging bit with an upside down stair, a block, and then an upside down stair from that block. We are ready to go on to the next section. This is looking wicked. Let's go ahead and work on that archway. And for that, we're going to need to scrap some stuff out of our inventory, preferably the glass. We don't need the glass anymore. We're going to take our glass away and switch it up for our light blue concrete. Red wool as well. There's our light blue, nice one. And we're going to fill this in with light blue, just these 3, and that one at the top. Amazing. So that is kind of the neon sign that is represented in the door frame. And then we're going to use the red wool for kind of doing this carpet on the inside between the doors, like so. Of course that carpet is going to go further back into the build, but for now it's just a little bit of representation of the interior. So let's go ahead and add these pillars, make sure they join up on each side, and make sure they are connected from the back as well. So the row behind this pillar, we're going to bring this out by 2 blocks, going straight up to the top so it connects up to the top as well of those blocks. Again, same on the opposite side. 2 blocks behind, going up the top until it reaches the top level, like so. Epic! It's a very intricate build, so it's definitely important to make sure everything is the right dimensions and right lengths. So if you do need to pause, like I said guys, please feel free to do so. It's no problem at all. So bring this layer along again, and that pillar along again. So you're basically marking out a T if you were looking at this from a bird's eye view on either side, like so. There you go, look, you can see the T's. Wicked. Alright. Then we're going to go ahead and add in kind of a little bit more detail for these overhangs by adding 2 blocks on there. Then we're going to add an upside down stair on that last one. So 2 blocks over this side. Then an upside down stair. Wicked. This is going to connect to the massive pyramid, sort of the diamond shape on the roof there, so we can go ahead and add in the glass. So I added another 2 blocks behind that stair. Then I'm going to add another stair underneath that one. Like so. You can see that's just a block away diagonally from the other pillar that we started on, and that is good. That's what we want. So add in a row of 3 like that. Wicked. And that's where we're going to start a kind of curving in the build. Alrighty. So on our T again, we're going to start by angling some stairs up. And this is going to be kind of angled in for 2, but the one at the front is going to be lower than the one behind it. So you're going to need to place a stair on that back pillar, then a block behind that, and then a stair kind of in line with that pillar for the block for the front. Over here, what we're going to do is we're going to take our stairs, and we're going to go ahead, well, slabs even, and we're going to go ahead and slab this along. Just 2 like that. Amazing. That is going to be where we're going to end up with our kind of diamond on top of glass. Let's go ahead and angle this all together, make sure it all lines up together. Apologies for the kind of pausing with the commentary and the actual gameplay. I am literally looking at pictures as I build this, so it might get a little bit, you know, kind of pause in sections. So replacing the block behind the upside down stair with a slab, and then bringing blocks up from that pillar to match up to this one. The blocks are going to go 3 high, and then they're going to be built back as well into sort of the doorways, kind of connecting up to those angled ones like so. Epic. So this is where we start to curve it round. Add a slab on top diagonally. You don't need to connect that slab up if you don't need to. If you don't want to even. Then we're going to build 3 pillars kind of going diagonally from each other. Again, they're not connected from the exterior. Interiorly, they might be, but for now, they're doing pretty good. So 4, 5 on each side. And then on the 6th one, we should be in line with that red concrete, which we are. Amazing. And that is going to connect up. So that is going to be awesome. Let's go ahead and add a couple blocks onto these pillars. We'll call these the overhang pillars. So make sure it's in line with those kind of ones holding it up. So 3 blocks high. Then slabs on top of those as well. Slabs underneath them as well. So knock that bottom block out because we don't need that anymore, and just replace them all with slabs. Wicked. Slab over the top. And there we go. Definitely give yourself a well done on that, because that is super tricky to build. Like I said, it took me about 5 tries to actually go ahead and build this again for the tutorial. This is definitely the hardest part of Starcourt for sure. Alright then guys, so we're going to take some normal glass now, and we've actually positioned ourselves above the doors so we can actually get a good look at the roof. So taking our glass, we're going to place one just there in line with the top of the block there, kind of the block behind that first pillar on either side. Then we're going to place blocks all the way along until we reach the front and the opposite side where that other glass block is. So the glass is actually a block away from the exterior overhanging pillars. So then put glass in another row like this, diagonally again, not connecting up any of these blocks. And the glass is kind of in line with the red concrete on the floor. So for the mosaic on the floor, it's in line with that, which is perfect. So bring your glass all the way along to the back until you reach a block where they're going to connect up. There we go, and that should be in line with the floor, which it is. That's perfect. That is definitely super helpful. Building that floor pattern helps us a lot with this roof. That's looking great, guys. That's the first layer of the glass done. So taking our smooth sandstone, we're going to fill in this entire space now, because we're not going to need this. This is just wasted space. So let's just fill this all in until we reach that back block of the glass, and then go behind the glass and fill up the other side as well. Get this all filled up because we don't want any sort of left space for the interior, so that when you're looking at it from the inside, it won't just look like it's been left. And fill that in, fill that all the way. Oh, actually, we're going to leave that. Yeah, we're going to leave that because that's nice and overhang. So just overhang that over the roof there. And then just build up the back. The back, to be honest, doesn't need that much work. You could just leave it like that if you wanted. Just add in a load of blocks to make it look nice. But honestly, you don't really need to, because we're going to use a lot more different designs for the inside anyway. So you're not going to be able to see that. So if you don't want to just do that yet, you can feel free to leave that. So there we go. That is looking good. So now coming back to the front of our build, what we're going to do first of all, before we start to add in the rest of the pyramid for the glass, we're going to take our slabs and we're going to make this little kind of corner on either side. And then a block, leaving a block away from the glass, so that sandstone block is left clear. We're going to put on the next block some slabs. These slabs connect up on the corners, so they're not actually diagonal from each other. They do connect up into this sort of shape here, like so. Amazing. Now leaving the front ones kind of diagonal like that as well. You don't want to connect the front ones up. Alright then, so what we're going to do next is we're actually going to start to angle up the glass into this sort of pyramid design. So we're going to a block in, you may have to place one to destroy one, and then go diagonally from each other until you reach the corners. Obviously you're going to have to place one to break one again. Just a block away from each other, diagonally, build this up. For any questions about the build, guys, just let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear. I'd love to try and help as well. Alrighty, and then a third layer is going on here with the glass. Again, making sure that none of these are connected at the moment. Amazing, this is looking really good. Take out those ones. There we go. For the fourth layer, this gets a bit tricky, so we're going to have to start to kind of connect some blocks up here. Like this. And then this section, you're going to go ahead and add in, kind of for your fifth one, just a plus sign on the roof. This plus sign doesn't need to be there if you don't want it to be there. If you thought it looks a little bit silly, you can leave it at 4 blocks of glass going up. But because we're kind of replicating the mosaic on the floor, I thought it would be cool to add in a little type of plus sign at the top there as well. Now because I went and checked what it looked like on the inside, the dome was a little bit too tall. So I just kind of fill it over with 4 instead. On the fourth one, fill all those blocks over, and then just add the plus on top of that one, like so. So it looks a little bit more whole on the inside. So go around back to our stairs that we built earlier. This is where we're going to build the sort of triangle shape behind the Starcourt entrance. So this first kind of row of stairs, we're going to angle stairs behind these to make these go up into the actual kind of block, until they connect up really. So do this all the way until you actually reach the other one. There we go. You can't go wrong when you're trying to do sort of symmetrical designs, because of, you know, there's not really a block you have to follow, not really a amount of blocks you have to follow. As long as you reach up to the other side, it'll look really good. So once we have that middle block, there we go. We're going to stick an angled stair like that, and then we're actually going to stick a stair on top of that, I think, afterwards, but I'm not certain just yet. So going back to this one, this one's actually blocked up, so there's blocks behind each of these stairs, so you can make the blocks go in line with the stairs going up for that first row until you reach the middle block, where we're going to leave it for now. So get to there and start doing the other side like this. Always good to start prepping, and then you can just like speed run your stairs in there as well, which looks cool. There we go, saves a lot of time. Here we go, just kind of stick all these stairs in quick. Epic. Again, once you reach that middle block, we're going to go ahead and add in stair there, and then nice old big old row in the middle here. So it's quite simple, but it's good to leave it last just in case you made a mistake halfway or something. Wicked. So we now have the triangle of Starcourt, and it matches up with the glass design, which is awesome. Alright then guys, so we're now doing my favourite task when doing different tutorials and things, just adding in the finishing details. So a flower pot with a fern on for that first block, then a block diagonally away and in front of these pillars we started off with first, with another block and a fern just in there as well. Now the two blocks kind of in line and the next one along from the flower pots on either side can be added with some pathways in, once again with a smooth sandstone. So let's go ahead and add in this sign. And for this, we're going to make this entire Starcourt banner design. If you guys would like to use Stranger Bill's design for his, he made a really cool banner sort of pattern. There's a tutorial on YouTube. Drop the link in the description for you guys as well. So light blue banner, lapis, light blue dye if we make a mistake, white dye and a banner pattern, which is actually the flower charge one, which is pretty cool. So we've only got 8 banners, but that's okay, because we're going to duplicate some of these anyway. Super helpful making these creative for that reason. So one banner with our lapis in there, one bottom little square down there for the bottom kind of row. We're not going to do that line up the side. I did make a little mistake there, well almost did. We're going to do this diagonal one here, this diagonal line that goes up to the top left. Then just a square over the top, a little square over the top for that S. To outline this, we're going to use white dye, and we're going to do the same for all of these different banners. So white dye over there, and that is our first S of Starcourt. Next banner goes in, switching out the white dye for our lapis, so we can go ahead and add in our next letter. Our next letter is of course a T, so one line up the middle, and then a small kind of line over the top like so. Then we're going to go white dye over that top section to add in that outline. Epic. This is all done through the loom, by the way guys. I'm a little bit of a banner noob myself, so sorry if this this part of the tutorial is a little bit confusing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add in the R. So a small line up the left side. Then we're going to go ahead and add in... Oh, this is the A, my bad. We're going to make a H basically. So small line left side, small line right side, little line in the middle, and then a kind of small kind of rectangle over the top. Then an outline of white dye again around the outside. My bad, I was getting a bit carried away. Now we're going to do the R. So once again, light blue banner in there, lapis in there as well. We're going to go ahead and add in this R. I made this R without the little kind of gap in between the top section. Other people who have done the tutorials have made the R with a, you know, the actual kind of hole in the top. It looks good. It's just I'm a banner noob, like I said, so I've just made this really basic one. So a left line up the side, a diagonal line going down to the bottom right, and of course a little sort of rectangular shape at the top there. Once again, adding in our outline of white dye. So now we have Star of Starcourt. Epic. So making a C now. Once again, light blue banner, lapis, a left line up the side like so, a bottom line, and then a top line like so. Once again, the skinnier out of the two. Cool. Once again, an outline with our white dye, and there we have our C. So to do the O, once again this is quite easy. We're going to go ahead and add in our lapis just to that recipe. 2 lines on either side, the skinny lines, and then just the kind of 2 little rectangular things for the top and the bottom of the design. Epic. You could also use that as a D. If you didn't know how to build a D, you could use the O design there to make a D. It still looks pretty cool. Definitely there is more detailed like looking ones, but I have done it in the actual inside of Starcourt for a few times where I've struggled to make actual D sort of banners. So here what we're going to do is a left row, a skinny left row, a skinny sort of bottom row for an L, and then we're going to do another kind of right row like so for a U, and then we're going to outline this. Epic. Alright, and we've already got our T, so we don't need to make the T, and we don't need to make the R because we've already got that. So let's go ahead and add in our star. So taking our blue banner, we're going to go ahead and add in our lapis, of course, and our banner pattern. Once again, this is a flower charge pattern. What am I saying? Banner pattern. So there we go. That is all in there. First things first, we're going to add in a circle. The actual banner pattern. Then we're going to click the sort of circular one at the top there. So we have this weird shape like this now. Then we're going to go ahead and outline this, like so. But here I kind of made a mistake where I outlined this. I should have outlined it first and then made the star over the top. So that was my bad. You guys definitely need to make sure you do it like before. So there we go. It's kind of underneath now. I did make my star of Starcourt very weird. Kind of just experimented with the different sort of looks. As you can see, there is a triangle, kind of a diamond shape in amongst that star shape. We can actually just kind of there you go, look, you can see it, we've got the diamond, we just missed that out. Let's go ahead and add that in quick. My apologies guys, like I said, I'm such a beginner with banners. So there we go, let's just add in that diamond like so. There we go, much better. Alrighty, I'm hoping one day Minecraft will add stars to the banners. I'm not sure why they haven't already. Maybe it's just like they don't really want to at the moment. That would definitely help us out though if they ever do. Alright, so second row in, we're going to start there, and we're going to work our way along. So let's go for the front. So they are there, the A, T, S, and then a star. So that is actually 2 rows back. Now for this kind of side around here, C, O, U, R, and then T, then a star. That is 1 block away. I know it looks a little bit uneven, but don't worry, it actually looks pretty cool from the front. It definitely doesn't really matter too much. Doesn't make too much difference, to be honest, which is pretty cool. But yeah guys, that is the tutorial done. Thank you so much for sticking around this long for this tutorial. I am so pleased it's finally here, and I cannot wait to make more episodes on Starcourt. Definitely stay tuned by subscribing, and if you want to drop a like because you did enjoy and you found it helpful, please do that, that'd be wicked. Take it easy guys, any questions, drop them below, and yeah, stay safe, have a great day.